لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Is commenting with someone about something bad that someone else did who's unknown in public, would that be considered ghiba, backbiting?
Yeah. So is commenting about what someone said that is not known to the one is speaking to considered backbiting? Backbiting, ghiba, is defined by the Prophet ﷺ, and تذكر أخاك بما يكره, is to mention your brother with anything that they would dislike. That's the definition of ghiba. From this, the very definition of ghiba, we see that one of the conditions of something being considered backbiting is that it be a specific person or a specific group of people known to the person whom one is addressing. So if I say to a friend of mine that Bilal Hussein is a terrible guy, but do you know who Bilal Hussein is? No. So it would not be considered ghiba in that sense, insofar as the rules of ghiba itself. That one of the conditions, and we have a whole reader on backbiting and related guidance. It's one of the most common of sins and one of the most dangerous of sins, because a lot of things say, but it's true. And it is backbiting when it's true. Otherwise, as the Sahaba, when they asked the Prophet ﷺ, said, if it's not true, it's slander, which is even worse than backbiting. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described backbiting, وَلَا يَغْتَبْ بَعْضُكُمْ بَعْضًا, let none of you backbite others of you. So backbiting is something we consider not a big deal, but it is a big deal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compares it, أَيُحِبُّ أَحَدُكُمْ أَن يَأْكُلَ لَحْمَ أَخِيهِ مَيْتًا. Would any of you want to eat the flesh of their dead brother? And surely you would hate that. So it is a grave sin. But if the person is not known to those you mentioned, it does doesn't mean known personally, but it's specified. So if you say, for example, oh, one of my friends was going on and on today about this and that, and you didn't mention who it was, for example, or you mentioned who it was, but the people don't know who that is, it doesn't classify as backbiting. Though now mentioning someone's name is dangerous anyways, because they just Google it or just search on Facebook, who is Lily Ahmed, and you'll find out which one they're probably referring to. So one needs to be careful. However, there's the danger of backbiting, but also there's the danger of going against the sunnah of speech, which the Prophet ﷺ said, مَنْ كَانَ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ. Whoever believes in Allah on the last day must say the good or remain silent. And that, if you want to be safe when it comes to speech, you should hold on to that. Because anytime one starts going into negative speech or critical speech, you are coming close to the boundaries of impermissible speech. It could be backbiting, it could be slander, it could be tale-bearing, right? It could be mockery, sarcasm, right? Could fall into lying, right? Ill opinion. And so, to be safe, say the good, say that which has benefit with a good intention, or remain silent. Okay? That's why it's come from the Prophet ﷺ, مَنْ صَمَتَ نَجَى, the silent are saved. That embrace silence unless there's clear benefit in speech. Or say good things, learn the sunnah of speech, say good things. Okay? But be careful in good things, so sometimes people can disguise backbiting in good things. Say, MashaAllah, he started to praise his prayers. Right? But what are you implying? You know, like he started to pray 5 times a day, mashallah. Right? But implicit in that is backbiting, that he didn't used to pray 5 times a day. Right? So you have to be very careful. That's why, also with speech, you have to think about what you say before you say it. Wallahu a'lam.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله